none of the nonsense reasons that Cap isn't in the league. We know why Cap isn't in the league. But at least people can say, oh, he's going to be too much media attention for a backup quarterback. Oh, we have a different system for the Cap system. Oh, he's been out of football too long at this point. None of them applied to Eric Reid. He was young, relatively inexpensive, has made a Pro Bowl, healthy, at a position a lot of teams need. And he was on the street for one reason only. He knelt alongside Cap. And I will give the new owner of the Carolina Panthers, David Tepper, credit, because I do not think the former owner, Jerry Richardson, would have even considered allowing this. And by the way, one other small note. So it turns out, even if you do file a grievance a grievance for collusion against the league, it doesn't make you ineligible to be signed. Because that's another thing on Cap. People say, well, the moment he filed that lawsuit, he gave up any chance to play pro football again. Wasn't the case for Eric Reid. I am incredibly happy for him and for the league, because this was a bad look that this player was unemployed.
I know it was a football decision. Talking with their defensive coordinator, Eric Washington, and he talked about what I talk about all the time. NFL, they have these boards, or they have these charts of players that are available. And they needed a safety this offseason. They spent money on a safety. And then they had some guys that they had drafted, or guys there around that they wanted to see. So they actually had the people that they wanted to see. The guy they invested money in, he ends up getting hurt. The first guy on the board, when you start getting these checks, okay, he's gone. It was Eric Reid. It was really a football decision. I asked him that question. Is this about anything else? Is this about the new owner trying to make a splash? He's like, no. Is this trying to throw salt at Jerry Richardson? No, this is purely football. They didn't ask him one question about the national anthem. It really was about, we believe that you are dual safety. We believe you can cover tight ends, you can cover running backs, he can play in the box. They have a veteran safety in Adams, his 15th year in the league. So between him and Eric Reid, they'll have one of the veteran-savvy safeties there, where both of them can rotate. One play center field, the other play down in the box. They have enough video on him. They've played against him 3 times in the regular season, 1 time in the playoffs. They believe he's an outstanding player. They know people on the team who can vouch for his credibility on and off the field. He's a great family guy. He's a great community guy. The guy's never caused one type of rift in the NFL. And for me, the reason why I was upset was not because he kneeled besides Cap and got the same penalty as Cap is. In America, you can't deny a person the ability to make money and take care of his family. And people just sitting there acting like that's okay. Like we're going to just sit here and just watch this happen and we're going to be okay with it. This was a guy who's done everything the right way. Ever since he went to LSU, it's been about football. It's been about the right things. And even when he took the knee next to Cap, it was about the right things. I'm glad Carolina made it about football, and Eric Reid to be able to join this team who has taken a chance on some edge guys who might not necessarily fit in. And Eric Reid is not one of those guys. It's truly about football, and he's looking to make it a contribution. Nick, you and I met with Cap.
That's what I was going to say.
Last week. And he said, you know, man, I know you guys, you guys bring me up on the show, you guys talk about it, but don't forget about Eric Reid.
He brought up Eric Reid. Chris and I, we haven't really talked about this, and I don't want to divulge too much because it wouldn't be respectful to Colin Kaepernick, but we sat with him for almost 3 hours.
Yeah, I meet with him about once a month.
And I want to say, brought up Eric Reid a half dozen times, multiple times, so many times that you took note of it. And his point was about this player, this person not being able to create wealth for his family, for potential future generations, that being deprived of him he didn't break any rule. You also got to keep in mind, it's not like at any point the NFL or the Niners, even if it would have been unfair, came to him and said, you keep doing this, you're gone. He was doing what he thought, even if people disagree with it, he was doing what he thought was right. And it didn't hurt nobody, didn't harm nobody. And for him to, I thought he was done. I thought he was going to be on the same list as Cap, where he was unsignable. And so in addition to the fact that he's a good player and the Carolina Panthers got better, it also removes what is a dark cloud hanging over the league.
And one thing fans should understand, too, as far as this offseason, the safety market that Eric was in, it was not a great safety market. You know, there was not a lot of highly rated players. The salaries and everything were all depressed. So there was a different market for safeties this year in free agency than we've seen the last several years.
So if not, well, I don't know about UCC, but Nick, you said you didn't think you'd see Eric Reid play again, or at least not this year, and he did. Do either of you think this might crack the door open even a little bit for the possibility that Cap might not be the next guy?
Here's what I know. I know that he works out 5 days a week. I know that Chris, like I mentioned, he's met with him a few times. This is my first time meeting with him. The guy is enormous and in great shape, and clearly the one, like, he wants to play football, and he's better than the quarterback that is going to be starting for his former team this week, C.J. Beathard. But we've known that for a long time. We've had Nathan Peterman. Tom Savage is getting more tryouts. And the fact that Cap is not, no. I think that door, unfortunately and sadly and unjustly, is closed. I think Cap represents too much to too many people in order for the league, for him to get a shot in the league again. But Eric Reid justifiably is getting another chance.
Yeah. Michael Kendricks facing a couple different felonies,
pled guilty to him.
Signed with Seattle. Seattle said, we'll work it out wherever the NFL decides later on. So to me, this is what I'm going to do. Cap wants to play football, and this is a league that I know has been better than what they are now. I'm just believing one day they're going to come to their senses. Cap should be playing. Anytime you're the San Francisco 49ers, your quarterback is gone, and you know that you are not making the best decision for your football fans and the football team. And they know it. They can lie, and their nose is growing just like it is, like the nose on my face. Cap should be playing in the NFL, just like Eric Reid should be playing. And the question to him shouldn't be, are you going to kneel on the national anthem? The question be, man, how can we utilize your skill to be able to help the team be the best team for the 2018 season?
All right, we got to take a break. Much more First Things First right after this.